Hello and welcome back to Calero Academy. Today we are going to talk about partial fractions and show you two methods of doing partial fractions using an example. So, as you go along, you might think that through this lesson that partial fractions is quite a bit trivial, but the partial fraction decomposition method will help you in the future as it contributes to higher math skills such as calculus and economics. So, our first question that needs to be asked is, what are partial fractions? Well, you can think of partial fractions as adding fractions like 3/6 is equal to a third plus a sixth. And then you can think of multiplying fractions like a sixth is equal to a half times a third. The partial fraction decomposition method, the partial fraction is like that. It's like a flavor of those two examples, but you want to take fractions and rewrite it as the sum of the fractions, where the product of the denominators is equal to the original denominator. And also, the partial fraction, they want a unique solution. So unlike many options for A and B, as there we can imagine that A in there and B in there, we want to find one partial fraction that has only one options for A and B. So for the example, now we'll be using algebra, numbers and variables, for this partial fraction. So our partial fraction that appears here is 5 minus 38x, this example will be given for both two methods, over, or division by, 8x squared plus 2x minus 1. So, what we'll do here is, we'll see now we're going to factor the denominator. We're going to get 5 minus 38x on 4x minus 1 times 2x plus 1. Now we're going to set that 5 minus 38x on 4x minus 1 times 2x plus 1 is equal to a on 4x minus 1 plus b on 2x plus 1. So let's write quickly right here, 5 minus 38x on 4x minus 1 times 2x plus 1. Okay. So now we're going to cross multiply, go down here, and cross multiply and get a times 2x plus 1 plus b on 4x minus 1, all on 4x minus 1, and 2x plus 1. So, now since the denominators are the same, we're going to operate instead on the numerator. We're going to get that. We get that 5 minus 38x is equal to a times 2x plus 1 plus b times 4x minus 1. That's messy there. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're going to simplify and we're going to get 5 minus 38x is equal to 2ax plus a plus 4bx minus b. Now this is where our simultaneous equations come in handy, because now we're going to write a system of equations. And we're going to make the system of equations with the coefficients of the x's and the 1's here. And so we're not getting rid of x. What we're doing here is we're putting aside x to focus on the lots of it. Like on here we have minus 38 lots of x, and here we have 2a lots of x and 4b lots of x. We don't need to focus that much on the x's because after all these terms are equal, and so this x doesn't really matter. So let's write our system of equations. And my first equation 1, minus 38 is equal to 2a plus 4b. And now for our second equation, we're going to use our 5 are 1s, and our 1s over here, which are a and minus b, so it's going to be a minus b. So we're going to substitute this, take it down, we're going to get that a is equal to b plus 5. And over here, we're going to substitute. We're going to get that minus 38 is equal to 2b plus 10 plus 4b, which is equal to minus 38, equals 6b plus 10. Divide both sides by 6 at minus, subtract 10, and we get that minus 48 on 6 is equal to b. Therefore, this minus 48 on 6 is equal to minus 8. And so that is minus b. So now let's plug in b. Minus 8 is equal to the second equation. We get 5 is equal to a minus a, which is equal to a plus a. A plus 8. A minus a. A plus 8 is equal to 5. Therefore, a is equal to minus 3. So that was our first method. And so now let's go down to our second method. Now, wait, first our method 1 here was the easier one. This is our it's not easier, sorry. It was our more complicated one than the method 2. Method 2 doesn't require that much space on paper. So method 2 starts from, well, it doesn't start from, it doesn't start. We are going to start from all the way down here. We can do all the steps up, down, and when we get down to here, and we're going to get that, we're going to start off with 5 minus 38x. Of course, when you're starting with other questions, you do all this up to here. 5 minus 38x is equal to a times 2x plus 1 plus b times 4x minus 1. So the second method here tells us to pick particular values for x to make either a or b turn to 0. What do you call it? Change to 0, then disappear to 0. Whatever. And so first let's start with a. Let's make a 0 by making x minus a half. And so we're going to substitute minus a half everywhere for x. And we're going to get that 5 minus 38x, so it's minus a half. A half of minus 38 is minus 19, so minus 19. Okay, we're going to get that 5 minus 19 is equal to, is equal to a times, well, a is 0. It is equal to 0 plus b times 4x minus 1, which is equal to minus 2 minus 1, which is equal to minus 3b. So now we're going to go down here. We're going to get that our 24 is equal to our 0 plus minus 3b, which is minus 3b. And therefore our b is equal to minus 8, as what has been got up there. And now we're going to plug in for a, and we're going to get that a is equal to minus 3. Now, those were both our methods. So now what we're going to do is first we're going to talk about up here for our first question, or our question here. I'll turn the page. This thing here, 5 minus 38x on 8x squared. 8x squared plus 2x minus 1. So, plus 1 is only true. It's minus. Is only true when the degree of x, the degree of x on the denominator is bigger than the degree of x on the numerator. So let's talk about here that the exponential degree of x on the numerator must be less than the numerator on the bottom. Than the the exponential the degree of the denominator. I'll leave you to ponder for that. Now, if you have any questions about why that is true, you can tell your parents to email me. You can tell your parents to email me, or you can just leave a comment. I'll write back to you. Now, so thank you for watching our Calero Academy video, and stay tuned for more as always. And please, if you're not sure about why on anything on the way to close your screen, just contact me as before and tell your parents to try and email me. Thank you for watching this Calero Academy video. Stay tuned for more as again, and thank you. Goodbye.